name's Jen and I'm just making this video and I'm just going to go and share it. So basically, hi. Let's see if anyone's actually online. And basically I'm just going to share this now to the event is happening. I'm also, hi Mimi, got slightly dodgy reception, so let me just share this to the event is happening, and I'm going to start a watch party in the event is happening. Hello beloveds, hi Andy. The event is happening. So just going to give everyone a little minute to jump on the call. And I'll start a watch party in the, start watch parties guys, start watch parties. Start a watch party in the event is happening. Hello Tarn. Right, let's get this video out, brothers and sisters. This is going to be a really, really important message for the collective. Yes. Oh. So basically, the reason why I've been guided to make this video is connected to that post that I put out a couple of days ago. Hi Angela, hi Katrina. And it was about the anomalies that many, many divine feminines are experiencing with their menstrual cycles at the moment. So I just wanted to make a video about that. You know, like, let's just see if we can gain any insights or access into what is actually really, really going on in this situation. So in order to do that, I am just going to actually go on to the event is happening group, because there it's got the thread. And the thing is, there was loads of, like, some sisters, they were like, oh my God, some of the things that they were saying, it was really, really was incredible insights. So basically the topic of this video is going to be around why so many people are why so many divine feminines are experiencing anomalies in their menstrual cycle currently. So I'm just gonna, hold on, how do I open up this post? Oh yeah, here we go. Right, view original post. Right, so some of the sisters in the group were giving the most amazing, like, jaw-dropping insights. But so just to put some context into what's going on, was that I basically put out a poll on the group, the event is happening, saying I'm having slight anomalies with my menstrual cycle, I'm having severe anomalies with my menstrual cycle, I'm having no anomalies with my menstrual cycle. And then we basically did a survey to find out what's really going on. And like, out of maybe 350 people that responded in the poll, probably, so say, like, I don't know, there was like 180 said slight problems, 150 said massive anomalies, and about 100 people said no anomalies. So that shows that there really, really is something going on here, brothers and sisters. So basically, I went in and I meditated. Last night, I was like, right guys, I'm really, really going to tune in and meditate. And let me just pull up, because I actually wrote down some of the amazing insights that I was picking up on last night. So, okay, so the first thing that I picked up on was that our wombs are cleansing and purging from many lifetimes of sexual abuse. And also we are clearing the imprints of sexual trauma that our parents and parents' may have experienced. So what seems to be going on is that quite a lot of women seem to be bleeding twice in 1 month at the moment. A lot of the women in the group have said that. And so when I tuned in, it feels like there is an element of deep cleansing going on within the womb space at the moment. And it feels like all the work that we've all been doing as the sort of like frontline way showers, we've been able to clear so much kind of like sort of like limitations and dross within the collective, that it's really, really going deep now into our womb space, where many of these traumatic imprints have been, like, you know, there's been many scars. And so I feel that one element of what is going on is that our wombs are cleaning, really deeply cleaning at the moment. And this is why we seem to be bleeding more regularly. I'm bleeding more regularly, not regularly, more frequently at the moment. So as I'm sharing this, brothers and sisters, like, you know, if this is not going to resonate with everyone, so if this resonates with you, you'll get like, you'll feel emotional, you'll get like maybe goosebumps, like you'll feel like a deep sort of like knowing. So only take what resonates and completely and utterly disregard the rest. And then also this may spark off like individual insights for you. Please feel free to share them. So I do feel that there is an element of that is going on, that there's an element of cleaning, deep purging from our womb space at the moment, and it feels like we're going deep. You know, we're going like deeper layers, like great grandmothers that were abused, and you know, and their mothers and their grandmothers that were abused. It feels like it's going really deep, and we are doing this cleaning right now. So that's one thing that I think is going on. I wrote a few insights. Then the next insight that I wrote was that I feel that it is related to an upgrade of the endocrine system. So that is the system that governs over all of our hormones and stuff like that. So the insight that I was getting is that the endocrine system has been running on quite a low vibrational current, pertaining to the vibration of our carbon body. But as we are transforming into our crystalline forms, then the sort of like the density of our endocrine systems feels like it's being adjusted at the moment, and that what was quite fixed, i.e. I was regular, I was like to the hour, 28 days to the hour for like 25 years. You know, it was really like quite a thing when all of a sudden my cycle was like, whoa, it's just like, you know, kind of getting all these anomalies with my cycle. So I feel that what it's doing, it's kind of like, you know, we are in this process, we're shifting from third dimensional kind of like fixed beings, this idea that with these third dimensional fixed beings, into the awakening and remembrance that we are multi-dimensional avatar beings. And so as we are transitioning from 3D carbon to 5D crystalline, it feels like our endocrine system is kind of like receiving some work at the moment to activate some sort of like dislodging, because it's been quite fixed, like we've been quite sort of like programmed to be these third dimensional beings, but it feels like the energies at the moment that are kind of like sort of like playing around with us in a way are loosening up that firm structure that held many of our cycles very much in place. So I feel that there is an element of that going on, because I really feel that this is connected. I feel that this is really connected to this transition from carbon to crystalline, and so much is shifting, so much density is shifting, and our consciousness is shifting. Like everything about us and our lives is just shifting, and so our bodies have to shift in order to sort of like align with the new vibrational templates. So I feel like part of the reason why we're having these anomalies with our cycle is just to change the rigidity of how we've all been functioning as third dimensional beings. So I've gone on to say, as our body is transitioning from carbon-based crystalline, we are definitely going to transcend our body's needs to bleed monthly. Yeah, it also feels like in this shift and transformation that is going on, it does feel like to me that we're transitioning to a species that no longer needs to menstruate. And I believe that is connected to the fact that, you know, with, you know, like as this sort of like 3D programming, we've all been duped to believe that we're only meant that God created these vessels to like, you know, exist for like 80 years or whatever. Nothing could be further from the truth. Like these vessels were designed for us to coexist in for as long as we desire, and they were designed for us to very consciously, naturally ascend from at that moment of our soul's choice. And so it feels like we are, you know, we're really massively shifting from carbon to crystalline, from these kind of very short lifespans to very long lifespans. And so obviously, as we're in our crystalline forms, we are going to be able to procreate much longer than this sort of like limited period of like 20 to 50 or whatever it is now. We're going to be able to reproduce at any time within our evolutionary cycle. And so it feels like what is going on is that, like, yeah, it just feels like transformation is happening in this quite dense sort of like aspect of our being, which is in our menstruation and in our blood. And it feels like things are changing, like the old structures are collapsing and new structures are forming that are in alignment with the truth of who we are as eternal crystalline beings. Do you know what I mean? So we're definitely going to transcend our body's needs to bleed monthly. That makes sense. I also feel that there's a very powerful reminder coming from our galactic star family that it is very important for divine feminines to add their sacred blood to the earth. So this has been coming through really, really strongly from lots and lots of different sources. And I bet you it's not going to surprise anyone that I'm going to be speaking about this. So it really feels like as we are transitioning into the golden age, into the new earth, like Mother Gaia she is so thirsty for our blood. Like we are the earth of Mother Earth's body, you know, our bodies are the body of Mother Earth, and so she craves our nectar and the fluids, the sacred holy fluids that course throughout our systems. And it feels like that, you know, that possibly an aspect of why we are experiencing these anomalies with our cycles is a way of triggering us to change our relationship to our blood, you know, because if we're just like everything just as it is, nothing to see here, you'll just carry on in your own pattern of like not offering your blood to the earth. But it feels like with many people experiencing these anomalies, we're being invited a new opportunity to co-create a new relationship with our blood and the earth. This feels very, very deep, and I really do not claim to have penetrated all the mysteries of this by any stretch of the imagination. I am literally just surfing the surface of this, but it does feel like the blood is connected to the stargates of the earth, and it does feel like the blood is connected to the sacred sites of the earth as well, and so that it's very powerful for us to offer our blood to sacred sites in a ritualistic way. I believe that our blood is also connected to the vibration of the dragons and the ley lines. So as we mix our blood with the earth, somehow this creates some sort of like alchemy or like equation, you could say, creating something else, which could probably be the activation of the earth's kundalini energy. It feels really, really connected. It feels like there's this symbiotic relationship between our blood and the earth that has been really, really lost. And somehow our generation is being called to reclaim that and to really, really celebrate that whilst this is all being phased out somehow. Do you know what I mean? Because I really believe that the body's need to have this regular menstrual cycle is phasing out as we align with our crystalline forms and really, really, you know, do the work that we've come to this planet to do. Okay, so sacred blood to the earth, and somehow when we add our blood to the earth, this brings great calm energy to the earth, which can settle conflict and war energy. So as I was meditating last night, I was really, really tuning in about how the blood, like the actual, when we add the blood to the earth, how that affects the earth. And what I was shown is that it actually settles conflict within that grid point, within that particular area, and it settles war energy. So it helps on kind of like a deep unconscious level to neutralise and clear those war imprints and war memories that are stored within the unconsciousness of the earth. So this is just a reminder to divine feminines that it's really, really powerful for us to go out and offer our blood. Our sacred blood is like the most holiest nectar in creation to Mother Earth, and to make that beautiful symbiotic relationship with Mother Earth. So that's that reminder. The next insight, I also feel that it is connected to us breaking free of the third dimensional matrix on all levels of our being, and this means breaking free of patterns that our body has been locked into for eons, including bleeding for every 28 days. I feel that this has been quite fixed for many divine feminines, myself included, and the anomalies at the moment are somehow releasing the rigidity of this pattern in order to create new patterns to emerge. So I spoke about that a little bit in the beginning, but yeah, it feels like everything is shifting, like the way that we've all been programmed to kind of like function in this reality is no longer relevant as our vibration raises exponentially, and as we transform from our carbon to crystalline forms, then all of the ways and the structures of the third dimension are just completely and utterly irrelevant, and they have no place. And so we need to find new ways of being in the world. And it feels like this, whatever's going on with our cycle, is a breakdown of an old structure that is actually creating a new way to emerge, which is much more working with the earth, working with the menstruation, connecting it with the sacred sites, offering it to the earth, creating that symbiotic relationship, and also understanding that which has been fixed is transforming at the moment. As I said, I do not have the answers. All I can share is my insights, and it's a mystery, isn't it? And I've just got like tiny little glimpses. I don't even know if they're true, but how I feel that they're true is that I get like, you know, sort of somatic cues from like goosebumps and very emotional, and I get like amazing feeling of expansion when I align with insights that are aligned with truth. So yeah, I just wanted to just make this video and but also I just really want to say that, like, for myself, as soon as I noticed anomalies in my cycle, I straight away went and got everything checked out. I got all my hormones checked. Like, I think it's really, really important that we take full responsibility for what is going on with our bodies, and don't always just necessarily assume everything's energetic. Probably it is, but I think it's really important that we take responsibility and to follow your intuition. And if you feel guided to get tested, get tested. Very, very important, so that you do actually know what's going on. And it may be, for some women that are watching this, it might literally be that they're anemic and that they just need to go and get a blood test, and that they'll start taking some sort of natural iron supplements, and then their cycles will return. Do you know what I mean? So it's really important that everybody take responsibility for what's going on with their body, and get checked out if they're really, really strongly guided to do so. So let's just keep this conversation going, and let's just keep sharing insights as they arise, you know. So happy solstice, everyone. It just feels so amazing, just the energies in Glastonbury. There are so many starseeds that have gathered here today. There's this big Voices of Light with Anna and Rita Melchizedek. And so there's a lot of light tribe in town today, and so the energies are massively building. And I was feeling guided to go to Stonehenge, but basically last night I ended up having this like really, really, really deep connection with the Christ Sophia template, and I ended up doing this big massive work of because this is what the work with the Voices of Light, they're working with the activation of the Christ Sophia template. And so anyway, I found myself just like really like deeply involved in this massive galactic mission last night of opening up all these Christ Sophia portals, or supporting in the opening of them. And then suddenly I received very, very strong guidance that I was meant to go to Glastonbury tour for Solstice. So I will be 4:30 a.m. on Glastonbury tour, taking part in a ceremony with beautiful Atema, most probably beautiful soul sister Atema, and also soul brother Miguel Dean, who I've just met at the Living Light conference thing. So he's going to be facilitating a ceremony at 4:30 this morning. So yeah, I'm really, really hoping and praying that everyone is going to get it together and go to some sort of like solstice gathering, solstice ceremony. It's so important. Like, you know, this is such massive energies that are incoming right now, and our galactics need the ground crew to ground these energies. We need to be able to ground these Christic energies into Earth's core. Like, we are so massively fundamentally needed in this mission, and this is such an important time for us to come together. So just a reminder to everybody that I'm going to be facilitating a very, very powerful ceremony, solstice ceremony, working with the golden dragons, working with the activation and the implementation and the empowerment of the timeline of the golden age, working with the golden dragons, and also going to be working with the divine child and restoring the frequency of the divine child back into the crystalline core grid of the earth. Very, very auspicious for us to be doing this work. It raises our frequency exponentially and gives us this amazing sense of fulfillment, of joining with our light tribe and doing this massive work that we all incarnated to do. So that is going to be taking place at 7 on Saturday, and this is not going to be taking place in the Event is Happening group. It's going to be taking place in a brand new group, because I've been guided that the energy needs to be more contained, because when I'm holding it in the Event is Happening, people are just dipping in and dipping out, and they're not committed. Like, not everyone is committed, and the work that we're being called to do requires absolutely 100% vigilant commitment. So yeah, it's going to be in a new group. I'm really excited about that, and loads of the brothers and sisters are joining. So I hope everyone's got something happening for Solstice. It's such powerful energies, brothers and sisters. So that's that. Also, just want to say, with regards to the Mount Shasta retreat, amazingly 10 spaces in the retreat were filled up in 24 hours, which is just absolutely mind-blowing. So there's a few more spaces left on the 3-day residential retreat. But there's quite a lot of places left on the 2-day non-residential and the 1-day workshop. So California, brothers and sisters, I'm coming to California, and I'll be there on the 5th and the 6th of October, which is the day after my birthday. My birthday is the 4th of October. So come and meet me in Stuart Springs in Mount Shasta, and I will be facilitating an absolutely amazing Holy Grails Avalon connection workshop, working with like the deepest mysteries of twin soul, ascension, silence, you name it. So if anyone wants more information about the 2-day and 1-day gatherings taking place in Mount Shasta, I'm coming all the way to California to see you guys. So I'm hoping and praying that all the brothers and sisters that I've made this soul contract to meet up with are going to like heed the call and book their place, because there's only a limited number of places, brothers and sisters. So what could the influence of the temporary 5G during the festival be on all of these beautiful high vibrations? What could the influence? 5G can only affect you if you are on that frequency. Or I watched this really amazing thing by Bruce Lipton yesterday about 5G, and he was talking about, oh god, I'll have to find it, but he was like basically saying it's like, it's only if you believe it, only if you invest in the thought that can harm you, can it harm you. It's like he's like saying, and these are the downloads I've got about 5G. It's like 5G is pumping out at a certain low frequency, but we as divine avatar conscious beings, our frequency is so much higher. So our frequency is just so much higher. So it can't really affect us. But not a lot of people realise that. Not a lot of people realise that, because people haven't truly awoken to how powerful we are, and that we're all God avatar beings, and that we direct and dictate our vibrational frequency. Do you know what I mean? So you can just tell your DNA to upgrade and to be unaffected by 5G, and it will, because that is how powerful we are. But not everyone realises that. Everyone thinks it's really complicated, and you've got to like be in silence for 50 years and do 1,000 yoga retreats and eat raw food, and in order to be like awake, and you don't. Like, you literally just make a choice. You just simply make choices that you have not been making in the past. So yeah, that's it. And you can just make choices that it's not going to affect you. I did, and it doesn't affect me. So that's the 5G thing. That someone's just put in that question. I'm just going to just run through and just see if there's any other comments and questions. So let's just see. Oh, no, this is just, yeah. Okay, right, here we go. DNA, oh god, bloody thing. Sorry, so it always goes funny. Doesn't internet go funny whenever you're with someone? Anyway, I don't think I can load up the questions. When's the California retreat? Rebecca, the California retreat, the 3-day residential retreat is it's the 11th, 12th, 13th of October. The 2-day non-residential is the 5th and 6th. The 1-day is the 6th of October. Just see if there's any more. There was someone that said Gaia loves union. I appreciate hearing this. As a man, I hadn't considered reproduction over time for elongated lives. Fascinating and makes sense. Yeah, I've been doing that each month, planting mama. Okay guys, well that was it. It was just a little message. I just wanted to come through and just speak about this whole thing that's going on with the menstrual cycles, not claiming to have any sort of like real insight. I've just, you know, I'm trying to unfathom the mysteries of what is going on, and it is such a deep mystery. So let's just keep exploring, and let's just keep sharing with each other the insights that we're getting, and let's just keep supporting each other as our bodies really are shifting. And try not to worry too much, brothers and sisters, especially sisters, and go and get yourself checked out. I went and got myself checked out, even though I started having all these anomalies with my cycle, and all my hormonal levels were absolutely perfect, and it was so reassuring to realise that everything was really fine with my body. It was just something else was going on. So I really recommend everyone, like, you know, yeah, just being sensible and really listening to your body and getting things checked out, if just to give you that reassurance. So that's my message, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. I am going to be making more videos, and things are going to get quite exciting. I'm going to be sort of like reinventing my YouTube, and I'm going to be working with a PA, and I'm going to be working with a graphic designer and a video maker, and I'm going to start I'm going to start really activating my YouTube channel, and basically doing more sort of like quick 10-minute videos about ascension, about multidimensionality, about timelines, about divine union, just the subjects that I speak about. I'm going to do like little 10-minute intensive activation videos. So I'm really excited about that. So watch this space, brothers and sisters, and if anyone wants to know information about the Mount Shasta retreat, please email me. You all know my email. And also, one last final thing is, I'm very excited to be facilitating the Sisterhood of the Rainbow Rose retreat, non-residential retreat in Glastonbury on the 31st of August. That's going to be absolutely amazing, full power, getting so many downloads of how to really deeply empower all of us divine feminines that come forward for this sacred work. So if anyone wants information about that, please email me at cosmicgypsy33@gmail.com. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all on Saturday for the transmission, but I think I'll definitely do another video before then. Yeah, so I love you all. Namaste. No, brothers and sisters, that it is very important that we all come together on this portal date to assist in the final completion of the timeline of Kali Yuga, and deeply and absolutely empower the timeline of the Golden Age. This work is being directed by our Arcturian brothers and sisters, who in many ways can be viewed as the overseers and architects of this particular planetary ascension. Our Arcturian brothers and sisters need awakened ground crew in place in order to ground these powerful intentions onto our specific grid points that will all link up around the world to create a unified grid of light that will deeply empower the Golden Age timeline. In this transmission, we will also be working with empowering the Divine Child as the core trump vibrational template for the earthly plane. And please know that this activation with the Divine Child is intricately connected to the empowerment of the Golden Age timeline. For all those who come forward to be part of this ceremony, please know that you will receive a highly auspicious blessing from your higher self and from our Arcturian star family, who are working so closely and diligently with all of us. Taking part in ceremonies of this calibre intensely accelerates your own spiritual evolutionary path and alignment with your true angelic avatar self. Please know that this transmission will not take place in the Event is Happening group. It will take place in a secret group on Facebook. And so it is absolutely imperative that all of you who sign up for the transmission receive the PDF instructions to join the secret group. In love and eternal light, Jen, G and the White Wolf Tribe.